Running a mushroom startup is never boring. One day you're solving technical problems, the next day someone might completely change the future of your business. This week has been a mix of both. Summer is creating new challenges for the farm. Our humidifier suddenly stopped working. And today we might be meeting someone who could help us grow. Or maybe not. Honestly, we have no idea.
Hi, I'm Dries from D&D Mushrooms, and on this channel we are building a mushroom farm from the ground up. You will see everything behind the scenes. Growing mushrooms, solving problems, building a business and making mistakes along the way. Hopefully turning this into our full-time job one day.
A few weeks ago at the farmer's market, a stranger handed us his business card and offered to invest in our mushroom farm. We decided to go for it and reached out. That brings us to today. If all goes well, we're meeting him in a few hours.
He also mentioned that he has a warehouse in the same city that might be interesting for us. But again, we really don't know, and we are trying to keep our expectations low, because a lot of people think mushroom farming is just a big building that has to be dark and warm, but there comes a lot more to it. There are so many things that need to be right before a space can actually work. And most importantly, we don't even know what he expects from us. Maybe he just wants to help, maybe he wants a cut of our business, or maybe he has completely different ideas. At this point, we have no idea, so that's why we wanted to meet him. Not because we are looking for a deal today, but because opportunities come with conversation. But before all that, we've got another problem to deal with.
Yeah, so a few days ago our humidifier suddenly stopped working. At first we thought we fixed it by replacing the discs. Everything was running perfectly again. Until the next day, when it stopped working all over again. The strange part is that every time we unplug everything, wait a few minutes and plug it back in, it starts working again. So we're still trying to figure out what's actually causing the problem. We've been in touch with the owner of House of Hydro, where we bought the mist maker, and he's been helping us troubleshoot. If we can't solve it, we'll probably need a replacement under warranty. Another problem right now is that the summer heat has made it almost impossible to keep our growing tents cool enough. So we've decided to pause fresh mushroom production until temperatures drop again. The forecast looks much better next week, so hopefully we'll be back up and running soon. Oh, that will be the investor calling back.
So we just got off the phone with him and he will be here at 1 p.m. He also told us that he will take someone with him who knows mushrooms, so it looks like he is taking this pretty serious. That also means that we only have less than 5 minutes to clean everything up before he gets here.
Because of the limited time, it's time for a quick cleanup. Luckily, there's not much to do. Just putting the finishing touches on everything. We're also emptying the dehydrator. Because of the heat and humidity issues, some of our mushrooms aren't good enough to sell fresh anymore. Luckily, they're still perfectly usable, so we can dry them instead. And whenever we have visitors, we also like to set out our products on the table. It's a simple way to show what we're building and let people see everything we make in one place. Alright, they're here. Let's see where this goes.
The meeting ended up way longer than we expected. The entrepreneur from the farmer's market didn't come alone like he mentioned. The guy he brought with him clearly knew things about mushrooms. He understood the full process but also the commercial side of things, like what kind of installations a larger scale setup would actually need. And on top of that, he turned out to be quite a handyman, which is honestly very valuable for us, because that's not exactly our strongest skill set. At the same time, the conversation wasn't only technical. They wanted to know who we are, why we started D&D Mushrooms, and where we want to take it. One thing I had completely misunderstood was the location he mentioned. I thought we were talking about a fairly small space, but it turns out he has 2,000 meters of land, where he potentially could build a large warehouse if we decided to go in that direction. So there are definitely more possibilities than we thought. By the end of the meeting, nothing had been decided, and honestly, we didn't even expect that. For now, the ball is in our court. David and I need to sit down, figure out what we actually need and what the next steps should be. It's exciting, but also a little bit intimidating. This is our first business, and conversations like these isn't something you learn overnight. But no matter what happens next, we are really happy we had the meeting.
Because we've never been in this kind of position before, we need to understand how this kind of partnerships actually work. We will probably sit down with our accountant as well, just to make sure we understand all the options. At the same time, the farm doesn't stop running. We still have plenty of work to do while we figure everything out. Speaking of things that didn't go as planned, the humidifier is still not fixed. Luckily, John from the House of Hydro will provide a replacement. We have to pay the shipping cost, which is about 18 euros, and it will take about 1 week for the new one to arrive. We first have to prove the old one doesn't work anymore. So we have to cut it in 2 specific places and then send some pictures to John. After this, he will send us the new one. Also, a huge shout out to John, because when these humidifiers work, they're absolutely fantastic. And when something goes wrong, he genuinely works with us to find a solution. He's been incredibly responsive throughout this whole process and made sure we could get a replacement as quickly as possible. So John, if you're watching this, a big thank you for all the help.
While all of this is happening, we are also starting a completely new chapter for the business. Advertisements. We are no experts yet, but we did a lot of research to see what makes an ad perform well. These are the 4 things we learned, and the last one is something that most people completely forget. First one, the hook. If you can't stop someone from scrolling, nothing else matters. A hook can be a bold statement, something unexpected, or a question that makes people curious. Second, sell the results. No one wakes up and wants a mushroom supplement. Sell the feeling. Focus, sleep, less stress. Sell the transformation, not the product. Number 3, choose a specific target audience. The more specific your content, the easier it is for the algorithm to find the right audience. The last one over here is a call to action. This one surprised us. You really have to tell people to click the link, make an order, or many people just simply won't take that next step. That's it for this week, and honestly, we are just getting started. If you want to follow our journey, make sure to subscribe, because the next episodes are only going to get more interesting. Thank you for watching. See you next time.